Hi, Joe here. About to do a bit of a chain clean today. It's amazing how grotty these chains get, you know, after a very short time riding. As you can see, this is my e-bike, the Bafang kit that I've stuck onto a Polygon mountain bike. Now the bike started to make a few little noises, you know, like creaking noises, and I've done a bit of oiling. I've oiled some of the joints and things like that, but still creaks. But I did notice that the chain and the cassette are pretty dirty. I oil the chain fairly regularly. Well, I use some of that dry lube that the bike shops sell, but it still, despite it being dry lube, it still gets very greasy. It's got black stuff all over it, thick black gear. Now, I scraped a bit of it off the other day with a screwdriver from around the teeth on the gear here, and on some of the chain links. But I thought I'd do a proper clean. But I don't want to dismantle everything, so what I've done is I've stuck the bike on some dirt, so that if I spill any oil, any solvent, the stuff that I used to clean the chain with, it can just go onto the dirt, but not really go onto the dirt. I've got a little catcher here. Now, what I've done is I've just poured a little bit of petrol in this tin here, and I cut up a milk bottle, and I use that to put around the chain to avoid getting all the muck on the ground and on the wheel of the bike. So just going to show you how I do it. It's my way of doing it without pulling the chain off the bike. Okay, here we go. I've got my petrol here. I've just used petrol, probably other things you can use, but I've got some handy, so I'll use that. And a bit of a bristle brush. And away we go. Catch all the muck in the container here. Stop it getting on the wheel. Won't even go on the dirt. It's on the bike's on the dirt, just in case I do get a bit of spillage. Now, just turn the bike, turn the pedal so that a bit of chain's exposed. And slowly but surely work your way around this. Boy, I just got caught in a shower of rain, so I had to move the bike from up there to down here. Mainly because I had trouble getting it off that other area quickly. It got soaking wet. Anyway, we're back to it. Now, still a bit of dirt on this, as you can see there. Oh, by the way, a couple of things I forgot to mention. One is that I'm using petrol to do all this cleaning, and it's a bit dirty there. It's you can see how much muck it's removed from the chain and the cassette. But I probably wouldn't recommend using petrol if your chain is fairly new, mainly because when you get a new chain, it comes pre-lubricated, and the petrol cleans everything. So if you've got any lubrication on it, it'll get rid of that as well. It'll clean off lubrication that's in between the links and inside the little pins in the links, so you don't want to do that. But this chain's done about 1,000 k's, I reckon, since I changed it, and I've oiled it, I've lubricated it quite a number of times. Now, I use it mainly in summer, so the lube that I've been using has been one of the recommended dry lubes. You put it on wet and it dries, but we're now, as you can see, with all this water around the place, it's winter here, so when I re-lubricate it, I'll probably use an oil of some kind. It'll probably be a wet lube rather than a dry one. Okay, now back to finishing cleaning the chain. Oh, the other thing I've done is to make it easier to move the chain around, I've attached a cable tie to the pedal, crank arm, so I can turn it like that instead of trying to force it with my dirty rag. Okay, it's even more important to catch all the muck coming off the chain at the moment, because I'm got the bike on some pavers. I don't want to get muck all over them. So that's a good way of catching muck using this container. Now you've got to give this area clean as well. There's all muck around the chain gear here. Not surprising how much grit and stuff attaches to these, to the chain and the gears. Now I've just taken the chain off this main gear, the chain gear, just to make it a bit easier, to get to things a bit easier. There's still a lot of dirt underneath the chain where it was in contact with the ring gear, with the chain gear. Got to get rid of muck from the back of the chain as well. Have a look at that. I'll be changing to some clean petrol soon. Amazed how much grit and muck that's come off, and of course that's all sort of mixed in with the petrol at the moment, so we're getting grit over everything still. Quite a lengthy procedure, this chain cleaning, if you want to do it properly. Look at it, it's quite mucky. Here I am, clean petrol. I'll give it a blast with clean petrol now. It's easy to get off this muck. Yeah, you can still see muck on it. It takes a while to get completely clean. Oh, noisy neighbour blowing leaves off. Now the last bit of cleaning that I've got to do, I've just turned the bike around. There's the back of the derailleur. They're not so easy to get to this part, but with this done I can say that my chain is pretty clean and all ready for a new application of lubricant. The chain's about as clean as I'm going to get it, and now just for a final clean. Okay, and that's about it. Beautiful. And now of course the next thing is to apply some lubricant, get it ready for the next ride. Okay, thanks for watching.